Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Dominik Mysterio is set to compete for a major title at Worlds Collide. Now a new stipulation has been added to his match. Dominik Mysterio has proven himself to be one of the best heels in the business. This year has been good to Dirty Dom, who has won the Intercontinental Championship. However, he now has the chance to become a double champion when he faces El Hijo del Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship at Worlds Collide. Tonight during SmackDown, Rey Mysterio was interviewed backstage when Dominik interrupted him to say he was going to be the first Mysterio to win the AAA Mega Championship and the first one to become a double champion. Dom then suggested that Rey should come out and raise his hand and put the title on his waist if he wins. The WWE Hall of Famer agreed to the stipulation. When Dominik Mysterio first joined the Judgment Day, he got so much heat on himself. He was constantly booed during his segments. Fans would boo so loudly that it was hard to hear anything he said during segments. However, in recent weeks, Mysterio has been cheered on TV even though he is trying to be a heel. Speaking on a recent episode of Unscripted, Bill Apter stated that Dirty Dom has lost some of his heat. He also said that the Intercontinental Champion could split from Judgment Day, as recent events have suggested. It will be interesting to see if Dominik Mysterio will be able to become a double champion at Worlds Collide, Las Vegas. Sunil is a pro wrestling journalist covering AEW and WWE news stories at Sportskeeda. He holds an MBA degree in marketing and has nearly 7 years of experience. A wrestling aficionado since childhood, Sunil used to imitate his favorite wrestlers as a young kid and started writing professionally about the sport via Sportskeeda's revenue-sharing opportunity. Sunil admires former world champions AJ Styles, Will Ospreay, and Kenny Omega for their ability to consistently deliver great matches as well as entertain crowds with their mixed skills. If ever given a chance to change a storyline, Sunil would have booked Roman Reigns to end The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak instead of Brock Lesnar. According to him, the tribal chief needed the victory more than Brock Lesnar, as the latter was already an established performer when he defeated Taker. He would have also made that as Taker's final match. Always focused on making his work accurate and reliable, Sunil thoroughly checks his facts before writing his articles. When not writing for pro wrestling, he spends his time watching cricket. Just days before WWE Worlds Collide shakes the foundations of the sports entertainment universe, WWE has confirmed a stunning stipulation for one of the night's most anticipated showdowns. If Dominik Mysterio loses his North American Championship, he must leave the Judgment Day permanently. The announcement came during Monday Night Raw in a tense backstage segment involving Raw General Manager Adam Pearce and the Judgment Day. According to Pearce, the stipulation was proposed by NXT General Manager Ava and agreed upon after discussions with WWE higher-ups looking to raise the stakes for the interbrand collision. Dominik Mysterio, who will defend his title against a mystery NXT opponent yet to be revealed, now has more than just a championship on the line. He has his place in one of the most dominant factions WWE has seen in years. Since capturing the NXT North American Championship for a second time earlier this year, Dominik Mysterio has walked a fine line between dominance and desperation. With Rhea Ripley temporarily out of action and Damian Priest now fully consumed with his World Heavyweight title reign, Dominik has been shouldering Judgment Day's NXT presence largely on his own. He's defended the title with the help, and sometimes the interference, of Finn Balor, J.D. McDonough, and others. But as the weeks have passed, internal tensions have started to surface. On last week's Raw, a telling moment occurred during a backstage segment when Balor questioned whether Dom was pulling his weight, while the rest of the group carried gold or carnage. The comment drew side eyes from J.D. and even a smirk from Priest, though he stayed silent. It was a subtle but unmistakable sign. Dominik's place in Judgment Day might not be as secure as he thought. The wild card in all of this? NXT General Manager Ava, who has taken a bold approach to leveling the playing field between NXT and the main roster. Her move to raise the stakes for Dominik's title defense is part of a larger campaign to reassert NXT as a proving ground, and perhaps to avenge Dominik's dominance over the brand throughout 2024. Dominik Mysterio has treated the North American Championship like a prop, Ava said in an exclusive interview with WWE.com. At Worlds Collide, NXT isn't just trying to win back a title. We're trying to restore its honor. And if Dominik loses, he loses the very thing he's been hiding behind, the Judgment Day. Pierce, who has worked closely with Ava to coordinate the interbrand card, echoed her sentiments, adding, "If Dominik really believes he's the future of this business, then he needs to stand on his own. No excuses, no interference, just him and whoever Ava sends to take that title." As of Monday night, Dominik's opponent remains a tightly guarded secret. Ava has promised that the challenger will be a name that will shock the WWE universe, leading to rampant speculation among fans and superstars alike. Could it be a returning former champion like Carmelo Hayes? Could it be Trick Williams, hungry for vengeance after being screwed out of the title by Judgment Day's interference months ago? Or is it someone entirely new, a rising NXT star ready to stake their claim at the top? This is a setup. Dominik raged during an interview on Raw Talk. "I've carried NXT on my back. I made that title mean something again. And this is how I'm repaid. If I lose, I'm out of Judgment Day. Good. You know what? I'm not losing. I'm not going anywhere." Behind the scenes, rumors have swirled that Judgment Day leadership, primarily Finn Balor and Damian Priest, have grown tired of Dominik's string of controversial victories and mounting public criticism. "Don's our little hermano," Priest said last week, "but this is a business. If he can't handle his end, we move on." Add in JD McDonough's increasing influence and Rhea Ripley's absence due to injury, and the writing may be on the wall. Without Ripley as his fiercest advocate, Dominik stands dangerously alone. For Dominik Mysterio, Worlds Collide is more than a title match. It's a reckoning. This is the same Dominik who once turned on his legendary father, Rey Mysterio, to forge his own path, who joined the Judgment Day not just to escape his father's shadow, but to burn the spotlight down and demand his own. Since then, he's grown from the whiny son of a Hall of Famer to one of WWE's most hated and compelling figures. But with Rhea gone and Judgment Day's patience wearing thin, this match could mark the end of that chapter. Can Dominik rise to the occasion and prove he deserves to stand alongside Balor, Priest, and Ripley? Or will the end of the North American title reign also spell the end of his Judgment Day run and force him to finally go solo? Worlds Collide has always been about high-stakes, high-drama clashes between WWE's top brands. But this stipulation takes things to another level. For Dominik Mysterio, the match may be less about the North American Championship and more about identity, legacy, and survival. No faction, no backup, no excuses. Just one title, one opponent, and one chance to prove he belongs. WWE Worlds Collide streams live this Saturday at 8 ET/5 PT on Peacock in the US and WWE Network everywhere else.